Hi, Stuart Sutton at 1 Acre Plus Homes. The most common question I get, well, to be fair, that question would be, have you taken out the trash? But let's talk professionally. The most common question I get is, what's going on in 24? What's it going to be like? Well, the 1 Acre Plus market actually performs differently, as I've said many times. January is gone. Let's take a look and see what happened with 1 Acre Plus Homes in January of 24 compared to 23. Let's do that right now. So first, the sheer number of sales. Well, 27.59% down from a year ago. That's not really encouraging, except what we're seeing is a result of low inventory. And there's a lot going on to try to revive inventory. But the number of sales was down. Do we expect sales to be down all year round for 24 compared to 23? No, I think the consensus is kind of the opposite. So we'll take this month by month. I actually take it day by day, but we'll take this month by month and see how it goes. Now that I mentioned inventory, let's talk about it real quick. There were fewer listings going on the market in January of 24 than in January of 23. We saw more pendings. Now that's a good sign. We saw more homes go under contract in January of 24 than in January of 23. And we saw fewer homes removed from the market. Well, what does that mean? Fewer homes removed from the market, more homes going pending, which is taking them off the market, and fewer listings. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is fewer listings. And if you remember right, we had fewer sales. With fewer listings tends to come fewer sales. So that's kind of what's going on in 24 so far. So let's take a look at the homes that closed in January of 24 compared to 23. How long were they on the market? Well, they're on the market a little bit longer, over 100 days now for 1 Acre Plus Homes. Now, don't get concerned. Over 100 days is not uncommon for 1 Acre Plus Homes. As a matter of fact, during those normal years I've mentioned, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, not the frenzied market we saw in 21 and 22, but in normal years, 90 to 105 days is fairly typical. So that's really not a big concern. What are buyers paying compared to asking price? Well, less than 0.5% down from a year ago. January of 23 was a little bit better. January of 24, we saw that slip to 96.5. 97 to 97.5 is fairly normal, so we slipped just below that. My feeling, even though inventory is a little bit low, and you'd think, well, sellers have a stronger position because inventory is low, that's not the case right now because buyer demand is also low. And we know why that is, interest rates, etc. But 96.51 is a little less than what's typical. I think that's kind of a result of buyers being hit so hard over the last few years, and now they're negotiating a little harder to get into a house. And as well they should. Interest rates are a little higher, market's a little softer. Buyers are probably going to negotiate a little harder than they have in typical years. Another thing we saw that indicates moving a little bit towards a buyer's market. Now, we're not in a buyer's market by any means, but moving that direction is the fact that prices were reduced a little bit more than they were a year ago. Now, not a lot more, but less than 1%, but that can be fairly substantial depending on the price range that you're in. So prices were dropped a little more in January of 24 to get to a contract than they were a year ago. So prices are being dropped just a little bit more, and buyers aren't paying quite as close to asking. So that little gap has widened a little bit since a year ago. And I just have to point this out because it's true in this market, just like every other market. Homes that are priced properly to begin with and don't have price reductions sell higher, closer to asking, and they sell faster. And that's true in virtually every market. I know it sounds contrary, but sometimes pricing a little lower makes you more money because when you price a little higher, after price reductions are necessary and time on the market is your enemy, you sell and close at a little bit less than if you'd priced that aggressive, proper price to begin with. Now, I did throw another video up here for you. This one is all about our guarantee. We do have a guarantee for buyers. It's called our Love It or Live It guarantee. Take a look at it. If you like what you're seeing on this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.